It's Fortnite Frights time. I haven't skated in 5 years. It's raining. This path is littered with rocks and twigs, but we do it for diversity. We do it for reading. Let's cut to a less energized me, shall we? Let's talk about books, baby. First, let's explain why we are so low energy today. Yesterday, I had to leave my class an hour early because I got struck with one hell of a migraine. I don't feel good today, but I can open my eyeballs, so we're gonna go with it. Let's review some books. Let's talk about some books because I've been doing an okay amount of reading, not so much vlogging, because there's nothing to report. I go to work, I go to school, but everything else is a mess. Firstly, I finished the Graveyard book, but that was a hot minute ago, so let's go to Past Alley to get a review on that now, shall we? Oh my god, blind cat can't navigate the world. Me neither, it's okay. I finished reading the Graveyard book by Neil Gaiman. I wouldn't say I was disappointed with it, but it still didn't meet expectations even in the slightest bit. It was cute, it had some moments. Wow, great, thank you, wonderful, helpful. Next, I read The Devil All the Time. In a nutshell, I would describe this book as full of events, but not very eventful. It doesn't really follow a typical story arc. Things just happen. Granted, pretty interesting things. I gave it 3 stars. I liked reading it. And next I read Paper Girls. It's sci-fi, it's apocalyptic. So much happened, but I didn't feel overwhelmed. Got me intrigued and wanting to read more. So I gave this one 5 stars. I decided to dive into my extra credit green cover book, and I particularly wanted to read this one first also because Kat from Paperback Dreams read it and made a big review, and I don't think she liked it. And I follow her dad on Goodreads, and he thinks it's a ripoff of Haunting at Hill House, and I trust his judgment. It's October 16th. Oh my god, the Fortnite Fright starts in 2 days. We're fine. We have Home Before Dark left, Ring, Let the Right One In, Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, Witch Boy, and Earthlings by Sayaka Murata. We have these 6 books left to read in the last 2 weeks and 1 day. That's fine. Let's survive. Raise your hand if you had to leave work early yesterday. It was a hot mess. I was just dropping things left and right. Couldn't see out of half of my eyeballs. So I did some journaling this morning, as you saw. I lost the lid to my pen. I couldn't find it. I knew I spit it right here, and I knew that Albus was up here. I thought maybe he laid on it, but it was just gone. Roll back the tape. He stole it. The camera doesn't lie. You're on cheaters. You stole my pen cap. Oh yeah, you're blind. I always forget. So I found it about the most exciting thing that's gonna happen today. I'm gonna read, I think. Rest my mind, drink some hot chocolate. That's all I got. That's my update. It's 5:35 right now. All I have done is lay on this couch with this here boy and read Home Before Dark, which I could put the cover on now because I finished it. I gave it 5 stars. It is so rare that a book is this accessible and interesting and entertaining through and through, but also really creeped me out. The twists really got me. I had a really fun time with this. What I'm gonna do now is watch Paperback Dreams' review about this book because I know that Larry didn't like it very much.
Beginning and middle of this book were not my favorites. I kind of touch on why.
I believe others when they say that this is kind of a ripoff of other stories, but seeing as I haven't read those other stories, I just had a good time.
Can I do my homework? Could I work at the space, please? Maybe later? Maybe? Think maybe soon? So today we have a very big exam, and that's all I've been doing for the past few days is studying for it. Do I feel prepared? Not really. I got these 2 columns completely studied on Quizlet. I'm stressed out. I'm overwhelmed. But after this week, there are 3 more weeks of this class. It's very intense. It's so intense. And work is very physically demanding. Plus it's in Dutch. I can feel it in my body. I'm just tense right now. If you're watching this, unclench your jaw. You're welcome. I'm gonna study now and just hope for the best. That's all you can do, is your best. Hello, this is me. My test is done. It wasn't so bad. Who's surprised? Currently, I am reading Let the Right One In. This is my translated book for the FORTNIGHT FRIGHTS readathon. So far, pretty confusing to follow. For the most part, you're in the perspective of this like 12-year-old kid named Oscar. Sometimes I don't realize that we're not Oscar until we are entering a brothel and buying children. And then I'm like, oh, I don't think it's Oscar anymore. Apparently, it's vampires murdering people, as they do. And this little boy befriends the vampire. But it's not as Disney as it sounds.
And buying children,
I guess. Good morning. Guess who woke up with a migraine again? And muscle pain and fatigue down her neck and shoulders that she started to cry. I don't typically talk about my health stuff in specifics, mostly because I don't want current and or future employers to somehow stumble upon my videos and think that I'm an incapable sick person, seeing as I have faced discrimination from that before. Very paranoid about it now. However, I do want some level of transparency, just in case anyone's going through anything similar. For a handful of years, I've been suffering from some kind of chronic something. My doctor has a couple ideas what it could be. I've been taking medicine for 2 years for it, been mostly helping, but clearly, as you have seen throughout the past week, it kind of seems to have stopped working, which is very scary and concerning. The pain is bad, of course, but what makes me cry is working so hard and having to still miss things like work and school. I don't want to fuck up the opportunities that I have, just trying really hard. I'm tired of people looking at me like I'm frail or incapable or a flake. Ooh, let's demolish the conception that sick people are flakes. They're just sick. Fuck. So that was my morning, trying to do some kind of stretching to relieve some tension. It didn't really work. It was a rough morning, but that doesn't mean it has to be a rough day. Let's do this. Hello, went to class, didn't get my test, but we will definitely be getting them tomorrow. Still not feeling 100%, but I made it through my entire class. I went for a little walk outside to get some fresh air because the weather was exquisite today, as you saw. Made a bomb dinner. It's about the little victories. I finished Let the Right One In. What? That would be my review. Just what? I'm going to be giving this 2 stars. Points were lost due to way too many perspectives and characters being juggled. Extremely low stakes, pun intended, erections. Erections everywhere.
star, stemming off of point 3, pedophilia. It does not have 1 star, however, because of the friendship between Eli and Oscar, and that made it worth it. That's all I cared about, and that's that. As some of you know, on September 1st, I embarked on a reading 22 books in the 2 months of Halloween Palooza Extravaganza Challenge special. And to my surprise, I'm actually doing it. I've read 18 books. There is a little over a week left. 4 books left. Here they are. Sayaka Murasa's Earthlings, Koji Suzuki's Ring, The Witch Boy by Molly Knox Ostertag, and the Johnny the Homicidal Maniac collection by Yonan Vasquez. That boils down to being extremely possible. I'm gonna go to bed pretty early tonight because tomorrow we are viewing an apartment. Don't get your hopes up, I'm saying to myself. So frustrating looking at my vlogs from literally this time last year when we were looking at apartments, and here we are a year later. So hopefully people like us and choose us. This apartment's really cute. It's so cute. I would like to have it very much. Fingers crossed. Bye bye. Don't mind my clothes. Don't mind them. Oh. This is the fit to say, hey, look at how responsible in my responsible turtleneck. I'm so responsible. Got my trash shoes to show them. I don't give up on things because I'm loyal. So yeah, we're gonna leave in like 5 minutes. We're gonna look at the apartments. We're gonna humbly grovel for the space. And then I'm gonna go to school and get my test with its prime remarks. Hello. One last quick update. First of all, we visited the apartment. It is perfect. It is perfect. It is perfect. It is perfect. I can't stress enough how perfect it is. The location, the space. It has a terrace. It has a bathtub. Its own separate kitchen where you don't have to push against coats to do your dishes. There's storage in said kitchen. There's a closet. A real closet with a door. Speaking of doors, there's a door to the bedroom. It is beautiful in a quiet space. I am so obsessed with it. It's in our budget. Perfect. It's just so perfect. So we have applied for that. Fingers crossed. After viewing said apartment, I got my test back, and it's hard to see, but I got an A. That's a 40.5 out of 45. The core information I fully understood, and I'm so proud of myself because I studied for ever. And I was so stressed because I thought that I didn't study enough because I lost so many days to those migraines. Persist and conquer, baby! That's it for this video. Stay tuned about the apartment situation. We should know by next week. And 7 days until Halloween. That's crazy. We have a week left of these spooky vlogs. I hope you've been having fun. And on that note, thank you for clicking. Thank you for caring. Thank you for being nice. Bye!